Greetings, kitties! Welcome back to Keepers of the Crypt, our Tales from the Crypt podcast that delves deep into the dungeon of delightful horrors that Tales from the Crypt always had in store for us. We are ecstatic that the show has finally found a streaming home at Shudder. We are thrilled to be rewatching these, re-falling in love with them. A hopefully new generation of people will find Tales from the Crypt and be as influenced by it as we were. Now, before we start a little business, people, please go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, Misfit Parade, where you can find this podcast, some of our short films, other cool stuff we're doing, including our sister podcast, the Messed Up Movies Podcast. If you love Tales from the Crypt, there's no way you don't love the kind of movies we talk about on the Messed Up Movies Podcast. You can find that on our YouTube channel. Again, subscribe at Misfit Parade. You can also find that on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you find pods. Ratings, reviews, sharing with a friend, all those little things mean so much to podcasters like us. We thank you in advance. We are on Season 3, Episode 8, Tales from the Crypt. Easel kill ya. Don't let the hilarious puns, the Vincent Van Gogh, and his hilarious joke about still lifes. I will say this. The kids were watching these with us, and my oldest son, Hunter, just kept saying, why do you laugh at the Crypt Keeper? Like, he doesn't get it. And he goes, do you get his jokes? And we go, yeah, they're really funny. And he goes, eh. And so I was like, there's an age where his puns are not working for an audience. Yeah. But for me and Amy, we're like, ah! Like they're knee slappers to us in our old age.
Fucking hilarious.
But my son is not impressed with the Crypt Keeper. I thought this was really funny. But don't let the goofy ass intro and the goofy ass pun of a name fool you. I really like this episode. I think it makes a couple mistakes. They kind of hold it from being like one of the very top tier Tales from the Crypt. Mm-hmm. But we've kind of done some goofy ones running up to this. I like when Tales from the Crypt gets real gritty. Like they have an actual real gritty, hard episode, right? Like this is a dark episode. Yeah. And I think they like Tim Roth being cast at the center of it. Tim Roth is amazing in this episode.
It was like young Tim Roth too, like Reservoir Dogs.
Oh God, he just has that face, those eyes. Like I loved this episode. Again, I think the stuff with what's the name of that actor? This Man Has No Dick, Peck. Right? This Man Has No Dick.
William Atherton.
That stuff didn't work super well for me because he's kind of doing checks. That's a little bit, that's kind of the hinky part of the episode that's not as streamlined as it could be. But Tim Roth working his demons outright, being this recovering alcoholic, struggling painter. Mm-hmm. I thought this episode went for it. And I thought for the most part it worked exceptionally well. So, Alex, opening thoughts on Easel kill ya.
Yeah, I mean, I think we watched two that were just like we watched Deadweight and Roth and Vampire, both of which were just like, huh? So yeah. It was nice to get kind of in a groove that I thought was actually really like, I like compact, because again, these are all based on, you know, horror anthology comics and tales of suspense, that kind of thing. I really enjoy short suspense thrillers like this, and this does a really good job of pacing. And yeah, I mean, the William Atherton stuff's fine. It doesn't really bother me that much. It's like that's like the next evolution of the plot, and you're like, okay, cool, I get it. Like, I understand why it has to go this direction, but like, I think the whole thing's anchored by Tim Roth's really good performance for, you know, literally having seen Malcolm McDowell totally blow it an episode earlier. So
it's so good. Sad to see, like, to put the two side by side.
He's so good though.
Tim Roth, it starts out in this place where he's like, I did this thing, I thought it was ironic. She's like, yeah, I thought you'd be good at art. I thought, you know, that was kind of the point, is that, you know, you'd be good. And the lady, the like art biatch right at the start, she's just like, yeah, maybe you should start drinking again. This sucks.
Yeah.
And then he claw hammers her to the face. You're like, oh my God. They do this thing, and right at the start of the episode, I was like, I fucking am going to hate this episode. I'm going to hate it. He claw hammers her in the face. And then he's like, just kidding. It was a vision. I didn't do it. I'm in Alcoholics Anonymous. And I showed restraint. And they're like, good job. Way to share. way to share that you're not drinking has caused you to think of murdering people you don't like. Like, no one in group is like, hey, that's a red flag. Like, there are a lot of days I want to drink. I don't imagine murdering people with hammers. They're just like, no, it's cool. He's got like those sunken eyes. Like, he's a real artist. It's fine. We won't let anyone know in advance. So they're all complicit is what I'm saying. Some girl in there is like, wow, hey, you're hot. I want you to paint me like your French girls. All right. So he's doing that, and they have this kind of nice, like, little interlude where he's like, I hate this place. I used to think it was romantic. This fucking shitty apartment, this, noisy part of town, the art. And she's like, hey, man, just keep going. You're good. You're a good guy. Like, don't give up on yourself. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I really relate to where this is going, right?
Totally.
I think all of Tales from the Crypt is surprisingly fertile ground for those of us that are in creative endeavors who feel stuck. So I really relate, right? Then we get to the heavy metal neighbor. And I got to say, if some guy came out on my street was like, turn the fucking music down, I do the same thing. I'd be like, hey, suck my dick.
Yeah, I'd be like, mind your fucking business.
Yeah, why don't you fucking headphones. Talk to me like a grown-up if you want my music down?
Yeah,
I get that the baseline offense of me having my music up that high means I was childish first.
Sure.
Don't run out on the porch and talk to me like that.
Yeah,
fine.
Come on, man.
He drops a pot off the thing, on accident it looked like, hits the fucking rocker in the head, who's like, turn the music down, let me show you my air shredding. So he's doing an air guitar solo. Red flag. He gets hit, he falls, and he hits the ground and presumably dies, right?
Right.
I was waiting for the episode to cut away, and I was like, oh, this is an episode where he's going to imagine killing 3 people and then kill 1 at the end, right? It doesn't cut away. No. This guy actually dies. Tim Roth uses this moment. He kind of stares with this fucking, like, psychopath look that he perfected in his build-up to this role. Just takes in this scene of death that he has caused, right? Gets some Polaroids, and he paints this pretty good painting, right? I don't know if it's pretty good painting. It's pretty good for Tales from... Definitely better than the second bullshit painting we see. Definitely better than the bullshit third painting we see. But this painting of the death scene, right?
Oh, he's an art
and it doesn't cut away, and I was like, oh, we're not doing the I'm imagining my crimes. He's actually going to do crimes. Completely unlocks the episode. I was pretty scared that this was all going to be he was imagining these. When they unlocked that, I thought the episode just fucking explodes from there.
So there's a movie called Art School Confidential. It's based on a Dan Klaus book that I was like, oh, this is the Art School Confidential thing. Because in the book and the movie, basically there's this guy who keeps like strangling art students, and you find out it was this ex-art student who like did these amazing paintings essentially of his victims. It's like, oh, that's cool. Like, this is a really interesting, but this is like an actual take on that rather than just being like the subplot of a bigger movie about like, people who are artists. I really liked that I really liked the way that it portrayed this, because it is, it's like, will you kill for your art or will you not? Like, it's entertaining and clever, but like still salacious in that way that Tales from the Crypt needs to be.
And the first time being an accident, air quotes, kind of keeps it in that realm where it doesn't just like jump the shark, right? It leaves it in this, like, he's like, oh my God, the universe put this in front of me. It's showing me a path, right? I'm selling it to this rich guy who's like, you're the next this and that. I have morbid art. I love when the man who has no dick says, he's like, I have all these images, right? These horrifying images that are real. But what they lack is an artist's touch, someone to interpret that darkness and give it that extra artistic form. I thought that was a great sentiment.
Yeah. I think it's...
I don't know if it's used to great effect in the rest of it. Because the other thing is that eventually you're... Like, I love the last shot where the detective comes up and I was like, oh, now finally, Deputy Slam Dunk, you idiot. Where he's like, I heard you were... And he holds up that bloody paintbrush. An artiste? And I was like,
cop in these
one fucking pay. Hey, everyone in this building is dead except for this fucking strung out artist.
All the cops and detectives in these stories are like the worst versions of Barney Fife. Like, I'm just like, have you been a cop for 12 minutes? Is that what's going on?
I know we need to let the story play out without, but like maybe a cop could have knocked on the door like, hey, did you fucking kill the annoyingly loud guy below you? Yes? No? What's that smell? Decomposition? Yeah, you're arrested. You're arrested.
I'm pretty sure I have probable cause. You're going to have to come to the station with me. The end.
Yeah. I don't think he needs to get to the I'm fucking finger painting on a pizza box level of murderer.
Come on.
I feel like this is a pretty... And then not only that, but then a day later, a month later, the landlady's like, "Oh, imagine me. I gotta fucking move all the stuff out of that boy's apartment. Oh, it's my old lady back." Like, she's not hiring movers. She's like, "I'm personally lifted that Frogger machine all the way down the stairs." Because she's coughing. And Tim Roth's like, "You need some help?" And fucking yeets her ass.
Dude.
Right down the stairs. Her neck breaks. She gets caught on the shears. Awesome moment. But I was like, there's not... For the rest of that episode, I just said, yeah, you can't just kill everyone who lives in your building. It's a red flag.
Eventually, someone's going to have to pay the rent. And when, 10 people don't pay the rent...
This is not a good plan that you're making, right? But I like in that moment when he yeets her and he's like, "I'm going to get more. I want to see if this was real or a fluke." I thought that was a really kind of cool moment. I was digging the journey. Then they show us the painting and I was like, woof. I was like, he was actually a flash in the pan. That is fucking the worst painting. That might be the worst fake painting I've ever seen in a movie or TV show.
I'll tell you the part that I really liked about her getting yeeted was... when he starts, he has the ball jar and starts lopping her blood into the ball. I'm like, oh, good, red number 35. That's quality. Certainly not evidence. I thought it'd be cool idiot.
Is if she reached up and took another drag and smoke came out of where the shears were. Like her lungs got punctured and the smoke came out. That would have been a classic Tales from the Crypt.
It's just one of those things.
But again, this is not a... Tales from the Crypt always struggles with the balance of comedy and horror as it gets further and further down the run.
Yeah.
This one's we're not doing the comedy. This is a dark, dark tale.
Yeah.
So they would not have done the smoking gag. The Reluctant Vampire does the smoking lungs gag, not this one. But I love the idea of him now I'm going to chase it and see if it's real. The man with no dick had given him champagne, so now he's back to drinking.
Yep.
It is bizarre that his girlfriend shows up. She's like, "Hey, man, you haven't been to group in a month." Clearly fucking has to smell like BO and vodka. She sees him, and he's like, "Don't touch my paintings. We're not doing your fucking shit. You don't know me. I'm a bad boy. I'm a bad boy." Right? The man with no dick said, "Don't turn around. Don't be afraid. I'm not. I'm bad." And then all of a sudden, right? He's just like, "I'm not doing it, man. I'm bad. You don't know me." And she goes, "Cool, cool, cool. Vigorous fucking." And I was like, yeah.
Wow.
Again, we are in the vigorous fucking section of this, which for young Griffey, this was one of the reasons to watch Tales from the Crypt.
This was the episode that I was like, this is what I would have snuck downstairs for sure. 1,000%.
This is one of the better fake sex scenes I can think of off the top of my head.
This scene is...
where it actually looks...
steamy.
Steamy hot sex.
Yeah, this is steamy softcore
action. Super into it, dude. I was like, totally. Oh yeah. I was transported back to being a teen boy.
And
then he almost brains her with an alarm clock, and I was like, that's not great.
Yeah.
That's not great. Thanks. I was so close to finishing. You know what I mean? It's like when your video, they change positions, and you're like, no! I'm so close.
I know. And it's William Atherton, and he's choking her, and I'm like, oh, man, no.
Okay.
Really.
So I'm sitting there vigorous sex. I've almost come. Yes. No!
Not the man with no dick. No.
The ginger man with no dick is like, ooh, I'm your fucking patron. I was like, the question is, this would be a great Stanford experiment. They should redo the Stanford experiment. See how many guys jerk off to that scene, and then see what you do when you see the billionaire show up.
Yeah.
Are you able to power through and reach that nut? Are you not afraid? Or do you just go, great?
Boy, that is a really great litmus test for that's a psychopathy test. If you're watching this episode and you can power through, you might.
Or if your hatred fuels you to jerk off on the man who let all the ghosts loose in New York. You can learn a lot psychologically about people based on how they ejaculate 100%. To that scene. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need to know anything. I don't need to know your fucking your sign. I need to know your fucking favorite colors. How would you finish?
Can you imagine being out on a date? Have you ever seen Easel Kill Ya?
Yeah.
The Tales from the Crypt.
She's like, what?
What are you talking about? Did you Did you see that part? Did you come when William Atherton? Yeah. We have to stop seeing each other right now.
Yeah. I'm going to get an Uber.
I'm going to go.
Yeah, I'll pay for this. Don't stop me.
Check,
I'll scream.
please, but we got to get rid of that. That's not okay.
Yeah, because she even... So, yeah, then the episode kind of climaxes. He's just like, hey, stay in my apartment with evidence of my crimes while I get this fucking money. He comes back. She's seen the fucking blood baby jar, the Polaroid. She tries to run, gets smashed by a car.
Right.
This is another one of those, the man with no dick aside, this is the moment of the episode. It's like, I know it's classic Tales from the Crypt. This moment felt a little unearned to me, where it's like, hey, she needs an expensive surgery. He's like, I'll get you the money. Because he has $100,000 option on his next painting. Right. I'll get you the money, goddamn. He runs out of the hospital and literally scans. And the first guy he sees is like this golf club dipshit. And he's like, that's him. I'm going to brain him. I love him painting, and he's using the brush. He's like, no time. It's not visceral enough. And it's just a fucking pizza box and brain matter. Yeah. Like, I thought there was something about the kind of meshing of artist and losing the kind of formalism and just getting really to the blood and guts of what makes art cool. I thought, weirdly, that was a very poetic image in the middle of this. As soon as it happens, though, Amy said the same thing. She's like, oh, that's the surgeon. And I was like, no, that's kind of a dipshitty way for this to end. The guy sees the painting. He's like, it's the greatest painting of all time. And I was like, well, my kid could do that right now. All he needs is a corpse and a pizza box.
It's like that documentary, my kid could paint that. You're like, my kid could also paint that.
Our kids could paint that. Just give them a smashed-in surgeon and a pizza box, and we're all fucking rich, dude. No doubt. He comes back, and they're like, we would have saved her, but some maniac killed the only surgeon who could have done it. And I was like,
there it is.
I like the kind of blinds closing on him as he looks at that. That ending didn't feel true to the journey we'd been on. And I know we just watched her fuck the shit out of him. And maybe that's enough to turn you back from alcoholism and murderous intent and artistic reputation. But I was like, that ending did not feel earned. That's what knocks this one down a hair. I think if the ending would have matched the rest of it, this like flies up the rankings of one of my favorite Tales from the Crypt.
This is the one. It reminded me a lot of that they did the one episode of Black Mirror where they did the Black Mirror Museum essentially, and it was the doctor who accidentally died while having that like node implanted where he was like he could feel everyone's feelings, so he like couldn't stop hurting himself. He like had this weird basically his brain started confusing sadomasochism and sexuality. It was like sort of like that ending
Dr.
where
Barker, paging Dr. Barker.
Yeah, you're like waiting for so like you're sort of like, oh, it's like the end. That ending was like you expected like the ending to be like, oh well, it'll never be enough and so on and so forth. And then when the gumshoe shows up, he's like, hey bud, found this in the alley. What you thinking? I'm like, bro, you are a week too late, my friend. I do not know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's not a like good enough final flourish.
Yeah. Well, it's
definitely not what this episode deserved at the end.
You know what it is?
Tim Roth, this is like a special. If you did a top 10 best performances in Tales from the Crypt,
sure.
Tim Roth could be in the running to make that. Like, there are some really good ones, right? He's exceptional in this episode, and that ending just does not do justice to this really grimy tale. And also, they didn't do any work to make me believe that he wants this woman and will pay for her more than he wants to be a beloved artist. Because Peck says that. The man with no dick says, you're just not a guy who can be inspired by love, safety. You have to have this darkness. Why is he risking it all for this fucking lady, besides the amazing sex?
The ending sort of like reeks of actually like a Comics Code Authority ending, because in like
it does. That's a great point.
That's how it feels. Like you're just like, got it. Evil must be punished. Cool. Thank you for that.
Right. And if you contextualize it like that, I get it. It makes sense.
Still sucks.
The problem is I'm watching it as a TV show. Like, imagine you don't have the back knowledge of the Comics Code.
Yeah.
This still has to work. It doesn't feel cathartic to watch him get captured and punished in this way. There's just something off about this ending that I was like, because this thing I was loving this. And him finger painting on the box, I was like, yes. It's kind of like, jerking off to a great scene and then seeing fucking Ginger Peck underneath
fucking
you.
William Atherton's face. You're like,
the episode foreshadowed exactly what was coming. And it's not us. That's the problem. Great episode.
Very good.
Below great ending. I think overall this will end in, a high tier of episode by the end.
Agreed.
Memorably exciting. I always love when we drop in a real, true, grimy, gritty horror episode in the middle of Tales from the Crypt.